the first tip that I have for you is I want you to break up your goals into 4 quarters, right? So our finances always follow 4 quarters: first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, first quarter. And you have to pay quarterly taxes. Maybe there's some other things that happen for you quarterly. And so it just naturally aligns with setting goals. However you want to set goals, people set goals in very different ways. I like to set goals on paper. And I find it really helpful to visualize it on large pieces of paper. I think I've shared this before. When I do goal setting, I'll get those really big sticky note, I don't know, this thing you get at Office Depot, and you can pull off the sheets of paper, and it's like a large Post-it. I love using those for goal setting because you can really visualize and you can really see it. And when you set your goals, again, I want you to set them for each quarter. It breaks it up into 3-month chunks, which makes it really easy for you to digest whatever it is that you have to do so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Sometimes when we set goals for a whole year, that can feel really overwhelming. It can feel like a lot of work. But if you set it up for 3-month chunks, then it really breaks it down to kind of like we do with our clients. We're like, hey, we're not going to overwhelm you and give you these really long goals all year long. We're going to break them down into smaller pieces. I want you to think about what are some of your goals for the new year. Some strategic goals that you can be thinking about is increasing revenues, improving services, improving customer service, improving HIPAA, going digital, improving your social media, a lot of improving, or, starting a social media campaign, starting a newsletter. There's a lot of different things that you can do in order to build your practice. So I like to think of things in a couple of ways. So I like to think of, how can I build my practice? That might be one goal. Then another goal can be, how can I increase revenue? Whether that is charging more, adding new services, or even reducing expenses, or looking at maybe some areas where we can have some shrinkage. Then the third goal, I'm always looking at something maybe like big picture, right? Is there this special thing I want to do for the practice? One of the goals I think for our group practice is going to be to start groups. And so even though that is sort of like maybe in line with the first thing of like maybe improving services or something related to services, this is something brand new that we're going to do. We haven't done groups before, and my team is really energized and motivated to start doing groups. So I want you to think about, your services, how you can improve upon those. If there's any new services that you want, how you can improve your finances, maybe a big picture item. And another thing that you can think about that I meant to mention was, how can you improve your systems, right? So it's one thing to get the phone calls. We talk about this all the time. You get the phone calls, you book clients. But what happens in that process? Are you retaining clients? Are they happy with your services? Is your credit card system running smoothly? Is your electronic health record running smoothly? Do you have all of your systems in place? So it's another area that you can think about. And again, you don't have to overwhelm yourself and do all of these things first quarter. So I just identified 4 different things. You can always work on one of these each quarter, for instance, or you can work on them all each quarter and set maybe one goal in each of those areas. As most of you know that follow along on my videos, I'm a really big goal setter. I think it's really important to have goals in private practice. I'm going to give you a couple more tips on setting goals for 2021 to make it the best year ever in private practice. But first, I'd like to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, one that can really help you with your goals to run a successful practice, one that makes it really smooth and easy for your clients and for you, I want you to check out TherapyNotes. And what makes TherapyNotes stand out more than anything is their customer service. So be sure to check out TherapyNotes for all of your electronic health record needs. So going back to goal setting, I want you to make sure that your goals are SMART. We know what SMART goals are, and that they're really measurable. They're not just ideas on a paper, but really like, I'm going to do this by this date. Here are the resources I need. Here are the people that I need to help me. Here are some follow-ups that I might need to make. So if let's say you're really wanting to increase exposure on Instagram, You may decide you want to hire a branding company. You may want to, you may even want to have an intern over the summer. That could be a part of your quarter, let's see, like 2 and 3 goals of having an intern over the summer that can really help you with your marketing on Instagram. College students are great for that. And so I really want you to think about what do you, not only what are the goals that you have, right? But what are you going to need to be really successful in achieving those goals? I want you to build your smart practice in 2021. We are here most days of the week answering your questions. Happy goal setting, everybody. Bye.